Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Nilaus, so this is the second episode of our beautiful, magnificent Let's Play. I am so happy with all of the people who have chosen to watch Dyson Sphere Program here on this channel. I'm going to stumble across that name every single time, but Dyson Sphere Program is the name of the game, literally. And if you are a new person who has started watching the channel based on the Dyson Sphere Program content, then thank you very much, and I hope that I can earn your subscription through delivering continued content, hopefully high quality content. We're going to start off here. I have a number of projects to do today. So basically what I want to do, I want to start by making a starter hub, because handcrafting everything is a bit tedious, and as we scale up we really want to make sure that we just have enough materials. So we're going to start by making a starter hub. We're going to work on some beautiful crisp designs for the red science cube, and then we'll see if we can have the time to also get off the planet. But I'm sure you already know if I can, because if I'm getting off the planet, that will probably be in the title and thumbnail. So we started here. This is the last thing we did. I did this for my tutorial on how to make it a ratioed build, and I implemented it here. So this is a ratioed build. Takes exactly 6 iron ore inbound and then converts it into the magnetic coils and the circuits that we need in order to make some blue science cubes. So what we want to make is we want to find a place for our hub, and there is a good place over here. So what I'm also doing sort of between sessions, whenever I feel like it, I am going to just spam a lot of solar panels. I want solar panels around the world, but you know what? I don't want to sit here recording me just stamping down more solar panels. So that's just something I do on my own time. Hope you are okay with it. So this area here is pretty good. We have a nice little iron facility, we have a little stone facility, and I have cleaned out some space here that we're going to use for our hub. So the hub will be, I've seen many examples, and I might do a dedicated tutorial on it, because it's just a nice little build that could be optimized for sure. So what we're basically going to do is we are going to look at some of these things, and I think I'm going to put it here. Right, so I've seen many different variations of a hub implemented, and I'm not actually particularly happy about them, to be perfectly honest. Most of them are just not very good, to be honest, and I don't want to be shooting my own here, but I think that a big problem is that people seem to overcomplicate it. If you build something like this, and we start looking at the items we want, so you can, basically I want like a one line of this, and then you will see that there's actually a lot of things here that take just a few ingredients. The number of ingredients you can put in to this thing is, actually you can put in 3 on one side, 2 on the other side, because you also need to reach across the 2 in order to put it into a box. So does that make sense? I am going to try to show you this one. This could be the inbound one. This one is also going to be an inbound, and that's going to be an inbound. One of the key parts when building a hub is that you don't really care about the ratios. It doesn't really matter with ratios, because they will be idle most of the time. Oh yeah, and by the way, for anyone who doesn't know what a hub is, there are people who call it a mall, but seriously, we're in space, we're on a planet. There are no goddamn malls on desolate planets. This is a hub, it's a center of our logistics operation, so I will not hear any mentioning of the word mall here, unless you're a teenage girl who has nothing better to do than to hang out, and then you can build your own damn mall. I'm building a hub. So what are the things we want to make? Well, the first thing we definitely want to make is belts. You can see that takes iron and iron gears. Okay, so that's 2 items. Let's continue down the line. The next most important thing we want to get lots of is sorters. Okay, so now we have iron that we already have, and then we have green circuits. And the next one will be, let's do power poles, because we kind of need power poles for everything. Okay, so that's coils. Now we're up to 4 different items: iron gears, circuits, and coils. All right. And what is the next one? Let's do assemblers, because, well, we're not going to get that. Okay, those are all things we have. Then do smelters as well, because we are also going to need some of those. Oh, there we have the 5th item, so stone bricks. Those are the things we need to get in here. That's 5 items. So now we can only build things that require these 5 items, because those are the 5 items we can actually build. We're gonna get some miners because, well, that's nice. Also, only there's things we know already. Let's build some wind turbines. I mean, this is something I would probably build as the very first thing next time I'm starting from fresh, show some starts. So that would be my recommendation, getting that up and running fast. Splitters are pretty neat to have, so let's build some of those. Again, also the same things. And let's build also some thermal power plants, because they are pretty good for power. Yeah, and that's also the same thing. And the last thing we can actually build, why is it the last thing? Not because we don't have room for expanding, it's simply because there is no more items that you can build that only take these 5 items. So this means my little hub here, there are a number of things it does not take care of that you might want, like better sorters, chemical plants, refineries, all sorts of weird things, or these here wireless power transformers, but most importantly like the sorters Mark II. But if you look at it, it takes 2 sorters Mark I and then one of those electric engines. You know, those electric engines, they're not, how can I say this, the electric engines, they are only used for very, very few things. So building an entire line just for that, at this point, no thanks. I think I'm just going to skip that. And of course that means we won't be able to make the Mark IIs, but the Mark IIs, they're super simple to make. If I just can come up here and pick up a lot of items, then that should be great. Alright, we also of course need some boxes for it to store it in, so let's build that here. That's going to be as close as possible. And yeah, that'll be right across like that and like that. And there are 3 inbounds on either side, and there are the sorters can reach range 3, so that is a perfect match. There we go. Now we just need to hook this one up, and actually I'm gonna just build something like this here, here, here. All of these things are just very, very systematic and, well, dare I say, crisp. So let's get these out and about, and then we are ready to build all the inbound things. Now the inbound things, that's going to be a bit of a hassle, but you know, we'll find a way to do it. It should be enough here. So what I want to do, I want to have the items I use the most to be closest. So this one should be iron, this should be iron gears, and I can take stone out here because I have the stone right there, and then I can take circuits and coils on these 2 outer ones because that's used in way lower quantity. I'm going to put one of these here, so both of them that I can charge, and also so that I can just see this one going. Cool. I don't want to hook it up until I have materials on the belt, because otherwise I might make a mistake. So one thing that you might notice, why have I paved the world? Really? Are you new around here? Why am I paving the world? I always do that. But oops, that one. What I have done is, if you look at this, you can look at the soil piles. Boom, soil pile. Every time you take something that is higher ground, you will get some soil piles, and you really need a lot of soil piles to clean out an ocean. And if I want to make those solar panels, I'm gonna have to level the ocean. So that's why I'm very keen on taking stuff like this and just leveling it. All right, dirt, can't do it, don't have enough. So that's just a short thing on that one. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we are going to make a location. I am going to just take 2 miners, and for these miners I just want 6 in each, because if I have 2 times 6, then I can get exactly as I want. And okay, right, so every time I do this whole turn it all the way around, someone will invariably comment that I can turn it both ways, but that means I need to switch my hand from the shift button, which I need to do this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, that's good. There, that is hitting 8, and that's hitting 6. That is good for us, and we're gonna get it out in a let's do rotate. There, that one. Dirt. That dirt is probably gonna drive me crazy. There, probably, most likely. And let's see if we have enough room here to. Yeah, so we're gonna get some smelters at this location, and I can at maximum build them here. 1 2 3 4 5. 6. Perfect. And again, build that one outbound. Goes in here and goes up. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And these smelters will be set the recipe for smelting stone bricks. Technically just called stone, right? There. That is good. We are going to tap the power here. No, we're just going to set all the inserters first. Getting these inserters in, it's actually not as bad. In the beginning I thought, oh man, this is going to take forever. But if you look at it, I can actually do it at a decent pacing now. So there we are going to hook this one up like that, I guess, and like that. So that's the first and honestly most boring one, because that's the stone bricks. Don't care too much about the stone bricks, but what we're getting in the stone bricks here is actually we're getting a full lane of stone bricks. That's why I take 6. So next one, I am going to do a lot of iron. I'm going to do 1 iron that I make smelt into iron plates and gears. I'm going to do another iron line that I'm going to use to make what? Make the circuits and coils. Yes, I'm going to just basically make the build that we did for our science, for our blue science. So I am going to fit some more on this one. Alright, so we hooked up these iron locations. They are all tapping exactly 6 veins. I could probably get a few more here, but it doesn't matter. As long as they tap 6 veins, it is going to be fine, and we can get this. So I am going to now build some setup here. And how do I want to make it? I'm going to take this one to get in here to make some iron, and that's going to be so we get some smelters. Can we build this here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And that one can be okay. Well, never mind. Just a bit more space. I should probably have started with this one. Yeah, like that. And then I'll try again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, these are all going to smelt iron. So get all of those down here, and that will give us a full lane of iron outbound, and that's gonna be good. That'll be handy. And with a full lane of iron, that's just gonna go to this location. Whoops, let's rotate it so that it actually works. There. So that's the iron taken care of. Well, not quite, but we just need to get the inserters. Sorry, sorters. I gotta learn the nomenclature of this game. Oops, that one's, oh no. Do I care? I don't. I shouldn't. But you know me. If you know, or if you know me, you don't know I care these kind of things. There, that there was 1 tile off. There, that's perfect. And let's put some power poles here. That should cover all of it, and that should cover all of it, and that should. Actually, that one, not this one. There. All right. We are getting. When this one comes in, we'll have a full belt in, full belt out. I'm going to continue by making these right next to it, because I don't really need a lot of gears, so I don't mind just jamming it in here. There, that's just going to be 4 of those, and they will all make gears and nothing else. There, and copy, paste, 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 and outbound as well. That will be outbound on this line. We just really want to try to make it as structured as possible. And again, I could probably get this one for some reason. Well, not some reason, but I don't care about ratios when it comes to things like this. Just doesn't matter. And I'm gonna make 1 more of these power poles, and it can just be right there. That covers everything. So we now also have gears. That one will be, somehow it didn't work. There. Alright, those are the 2 simple ones, or 3 simple ones actually, and the next one, I think we have enough space here. What are you doing, my friend? There, off you go. Alright, well, this is gonna be a bit tight. I'm gonna get this one in. Can I Oh, yeah, I can't do that. This one will come in from this side here, and that will actually be a bit out of the way. And the way I want to build it is exactly the one, like the one we have somewhere over there-ish. Yeah, so first things first, I am going to, it's going to be too close. I'm not going to be super happy about it. There. First I'm going to get these two in, and then I'm going to get that one into the middle here. And will these be gears? No, they won't. So one of these will make circuits, and one of them will make the magnetic coils. We're going to start with the circuits, I guess, because that's kind of what we've done already. That will be that one and that one. And these need to be changed to circuits. We are going to get circuits here. That one and circuits. Yes, and I'm going to get, this is important, I'm going to get a copper line in here on the outer lane. And I'm gonna get the outbound out here, and then since the other one will be next to it, I think I'm actually gonna raise it by one, so it goes over the other one. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. So I am going to take an inbound. That's copper inbound, and whatever our new thing is, our circuits outbound. We're gonna hook these up. That one, that one, that one, and now this is when I realized that the outer ones are actually not fast enough. So those have to be Mark 2 there and there. Now I need to get the iron ore into the belts or into the smelters. That one, and that. So that's good, and I am going to get some power. Well, as nice as this is, it's not going to work until I get some copper in here, but I can do the other design first. And yeah, let's do the other design first if I can. It's a bit more tricky because this one needs to change to magnetic coils. Copy paste, and I'm gonna see if I can get one of these, and it should be right there on the edge between them. That's also gonna be magnetic coils. There. And then I need one of these in here right between, and I'm gonna take that one. It's gonna go far out, but is that's too far, right? That's too far. It only needs to be like this. And then these two can be that one and that one. Great. That is going to be exactly how we want this to be made. Alright, and I'm also just going to assume that copper comes in here. And I'm pretty sure we can put a power pole right there, and that'll cover everything. And again, I am going to take the cross ones first. There. It is actually quite fast. And then the inbounds here, inbound there, inbound there. What, did that go work? Not quite. There. And inbound and inbound. Alright, so over here we are going to get, this is going to be the outbound as well, and I'm going to get it rotated like that, I guess. Yeah. And this one will then go up and go over to this location and then go down. I like it, and now I'm kind of think I might have done it in the wrong sequence. I've been having a bit of issues with these things, so I'm gonna get copper inbound from here. I'm gonna copper inbound from here. It's kind of difficult to see, and then I'm gonna go from here to that one, from here to that one. Oh, it worked. Okay, you can snap it underneath. That's pretty nice. Next up is actually just hooking up some copper, but we'll get that in a second. And that's good. Since we have done the copper, then let's kind of skip that one and just bring it in. So I'm gonna just find some copper and then bring it into this location so we can fire it up. We now have the copper inbound. What I just did was just add another 6 smelters all the way over. You can kind of see them at the horizon there. Some extra copper smelters. Just tapped some more miners on the existing copper mine I had. That was the closest one I had available. So we are going to go in here, get all of that set up. And I don't need the last bits there. And can I take that out? Yeah, sure. Alright, this is working, I think, and it goes in here, it goes in. Now we have everything up and running. What I just need to do is super duper simple. I am simply going to take here, the first one is going to need iron and gears, good stuff, and then I'm going to need some output. In this case, because it is actually a super fast output, I'm going to, how much do we want? We want there. That should be good. Next one is sorters. That is that one, and then outbound here. So let's fast forward on this one because it's just a matter of me setting up all of these in time. And here we are. We have now set up everything, and you can see we are now filling it up. What you will also obviously see is how little of the iron that goes through. That is not a problem, that is a feature. Things are not built at ratio, things are built exactly to support just getting this one done. This one will invariably go up here, and then once that's up here, it's just gonna get stuck. So we have built a nice little hub. This is something I would absolutely recommend building immediately when you land on the first planet, maybe even on any planet for that matter. It's actually not that bad to set it up. If only we had blueprints, right? If only we had blueprints. But it's just like iron smelting, iron gears, some circuits and some coils, and then some stone bricks, and then you can build all the basic items you need to craft with. That is awesome. So that brings us to our next challenge. What will be the next challenge that we want to do here? Well, I am going to need some power plants, but you know, let's do some red science cubes because we are actually not doing so hot on this red science cube. So let's find a good location to make some red science cubes. Basically, we did make some red science cubes last time, but there is a difference. I'm just going to show you the difference, and then I'll find a good spot for us to build that here. So if you do this one, the recipe, that takes oil in and gets some refined oil and some hydrogen out. If you want to make the science thing, that one, come on, there we go, that one, then it takes can I hold it? Yeah, it takes 2 refined graphite and 2 hydrogen inbound. So you got the hydrogen here, and then the graphite you can get it from coal, but there is a better option, and that's one that we researched, X-ray cracking, which actually takes some of the light oil, not light oil, I wanted this Factorio, the refined oil. And basically it's kind of a Corex build where you take 3, that's a Factorio reference of course, you take 3 hydrogen in and you take 2 hydrogen in and you get 3 hydrogen out. So if you can make a priorities thing for this, then it's gonna absolutely work. So that it just feeds itself the hydrogen first, and then only the excess hydrogen goes out, and that's what we use. And then we can use, it'll basically net resource, it'll take 1 hydrogen and 1 oil, and those 2 things will be will generate extra hydrogen and extra graphite, and those extra hydrogen and graphite comes out at exactly the same ratio that we needed for making the red cubes. So that's the best red cube recipe there is, and that's the one we're gonna build. So let's find a good location, lay down some foundation, and then get started on the design. I have found this beautiful location, very, very beautiful. It is quite a bit away, distance away. It's actually just on the other side of the planet. I have paved a lot of ground, and where is the stuff that we just built? That is a good question. That's a good question. This planet has been kind of civilized. Yeah, there. Where is it though? There it is. That's the hub we just built, and now I am somewhere completely different side of it. The reason why I chose this, I can see that on this side of the planet, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different oil locations. I guess we're gonna need a lot of oil industry over here. The first thing I saw was that this one is 2.22 per second. There's another one with 2, but every other one is less than 2. And I want one with 2 because that's what we're gonna do. So I want to make a production chain that goes let's try and look at it just to start. It goes like this. Boom. That one will be making some crude oil. Great. It'll take 2 crude oil per second, 2.22, but I can only use 2. So I'm gonna get some refineries. I'm just gonna make it here, and I'm gonna just give you an idea about what it is. So this one will make the hydrogen, and this will make the refined oil, but it's slow. So that one. That means I get hydrogen and refined oil out. I'm going to take my hydrogen and refined oil and go like all the way up there. Probably like a nice line down here. And that will be another recipe. That will be the X-ray cracking. And that will take the light oil and the hydrogen inbound. Those are the two items we have. And it'll then go in here. It'll get some hydrogen out that will come back and be filtered. And it will then take also some... let's see. It'll also take some graphite out that we can use for the science. So back there, further closer to the base, I'll make all those things. So that's the intention. And then lastly, I'll put it into, make it into red cubes that will be feeding into the network. So that should be the plan. This one is good, and I am just gonna make it. We're gonna get this one out. The funny thing is, if I really look at this one, it's actually not, doesn't really need to do much. I could I do it this way? Here? Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting, actually. That option, would that help us if we could put them out in the middle ones? I don't think so. So I think I'll actually build it like this. That one. And that one. And then on the other side, I'm going to get some output. That's going to be the output. And it is aligned with the other one there, and aligned to the other one there. Great. So this is really crowded, and I'm going to squeeze in here. So why are we not getting anything inbound? Okay, because we don't have a power pole yet. So let's get one of those up and running in there. Good. So we should get some oil coming in. It's kind of tight. Yep, you can see the oil bricks, oil crates. I don't know. Cratification. And these ones are slow, but they're not that slow. They actually take 3 outbounds. So outbound wise, if it's long distance, I have to be mindful of that. But inbound it's super easy. So that one is inbound, and that one is outbound. Then I'm gonna get the longer ones inbound. That's wrong. Long one is outbound, and this one is inbound. Yeah, that's how we do it. Let's get that one inbound and outbound on that one, and then the longer ones, that's gonna be outbound, and that's gonna be inbound. Yep. And I can now take that out, and I can take a few of these out as well because they don't make sense. And the last power pole, well, not the last, but the second power pole, it goes in here. So what we want to do from here is take, now we have a mix belt. Mix belts are not great, but there is luckily a splitter, and we have tons of those from our new hub. So I'm just gonna make a splitter there. See, I can't put them in the middle of these blocks. That's kind of weird. So here I'm going to make some storage tanks, not storage boxes, but storage tanks. That one and that one. Let's see if we can get things inbound. And if I do, I have to be careful about this. And I want the hydrogen, because it's larger quantity, to be on inside. So this one should be hydrogen, so it goes on the inside. Yes. And that one should be the refined, because that'll go on the outside. Okay, good stuff. And that means I can do from here into that one, and I should click here and filter hydrogen inbound, and that one inbound, and from there inbound. Let's see if it works. These can only store one item. Yep. And I'm gonna build it higher because that's sufficiently silly. And I'll just fill all of these up for now. Okay, so we now need to do this one. I'm just gonna put it out there so I don't have to change recipes. Alright, now comes the big challenge. I am going to get some hydrogen out here. Yes, I might have to delete this a number of times. And that hydrogen has to... I'll get a splitter here. Alright, so I'm gonna get this one inbound from the raw production. I'm gonna get the other part inbound from the outbound of these. That's 2 inbounds. And I'll prioritize the inbound from the refined process, and then I will have outbound. I'll have 2 outbound, one that is prioritized to go into these refineries, and the other one that is less priority, which will be the overflow, the actual production, and that'll go out. So now you want to see something really, really awesome. If you take this splitter and you press tab, I was blown away when I saw this. So this is the normal one, tab, and then suddenly it's on top of each other. 2 inputs, 2 outputs on top of each other. But it gets better than that. You have this one, which is insanely awesome for branching off a bus. If you have a bus line, then you can bring in here, and then you can already just split things out at a lower priority at a higher altitude, which means it goes over all the other bus. That one single-handedly makes bus builds not just viable, but actually super nice. But I'm gonna build this one because I am going to get the 4 lanes inbound, and I'm gonna make this a bit closer though. I don't want to waste so much space. So we're gonna take 1 more of these, and I think I'll just put it here. So let's try and see here. And I'm also gonna get an input on this side. That has to go up, so I guess that's... actually, I want to get it as close as possible to this, because I don't know if... Can that go in? Yes, that's about as close as I can get, I'm pretty sure. And I'm gonna get another one outbound here, and I'll keep that up, right? I'll keep that up here because that's basically our outbound, I guess. Yep. And I will do the last outbound will go from here and at the lower level there. So now I need to... The reason why I'm doing this is this one is the overflow from the production. This is the... so I'm gonna do here. I love that it's rotating with us, so we know this will have priority. Now it's bright green, and output priority will be here. Yes, so that's also priority. That means any surplus will go out into, well, what can only be described as what we are actually going to be used. That's going to be out here on the side. I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to figure out where I can build these. They can be built pretty damn close there. And I will also get this one coming in, rotate it, and like this. This looks good. We are going to test it because of course we're going to test it. That's how we do things. That comes in the hydrogen, and that goes, let's go the other way because I'm going to need it up there. Sure. I could also take it in and go up here. Yeah, but I'll do this. I'll do this. I want to get it that way. All right. Power pole. There, perhaps. Okay, and now I'm going to take the inbounds, and that's going to be... They will be fine with these ones here. Even that one will be fine, because this one is just getting 1 refined every 4 seconds. That's easily supportable with a 0.75 round trip. Now I want to show you something else that is super duper awesome. There are so many things in this game that just absolutely blow me away. So how do we make filtered? I can just press tab. Look at the little thing, the filter thing. I'll tab and I'll tab, and that means that's only putting out refined here. I'll tab once, and that gets the hydrogen. And I'm gonna do 1 more on the hydrogen because this one has to fill up the belt, so it has to saturate the belt. That means I need more of those just going in here. That looks good. Good. And I'm gonna take this one down from here. Oh, that's excellent. Excellent. That will be where I'm bringing things out. I think I should have a box here, maybe. Yeah, because I don't really want to store extra things here. That one and that one needs to go away. These kind of can be here for now, but this will be our actual hydrogen storage if we have some, because I don't want to store it on the way in to this build. I want to store it on the way out, so we can make the storage. Let's have a look at how it works here. You can see this one, as it consumes, this will get the priority. Good. Now all I need to do is just copy paste it. So let me just build the rest of it. It doesn't take much time, but it does take a bit of time. And at this point we now have all of this built. Why did I build 8 of those? Well, it's on a 4-second cycle. This is a crafting speed 1. So if we look at it, this all the way over here, that one produces 2 per second of the refined oil, and I can with this consume 2 per second. So I should be consuming all of the light oil with this build, and I now have these over here. That is brilliant. And what I can do here is now make it into our red cubes. Oops, those two just merged that back there. So I'm going to simply make a red cube build here. The one we get, we are now looking at this recipe. I am getting a net rate of, it is the second lowest recipe of the ones that are highlighted here. So I am getting a net rate of one hydrogen and 1 refined graphite per 4 seconds for each of those. So that means it's 2 per second. So I need to design my build towards 2 per second output. And I'm going to do the research. I'm going to build a plasma thingy and another plasma thingy. And let's look at this one and look at that one. This plasma thingy is working at a speed of, it takes 2 per 6 seconds. So that is 1 per 3 seconds. So if I do that, each of these takes 1 per second, and that will be 2 per second, and that's exactly the amount I have available. I'll get that one out here, and then let's just get things in. With this kind of thing, it's not needed, but somehow I just like using the good ones because, hey, this is high quality items, so this should get the good inserters, right? Can I take that? Yep. And all I need is a power pole, I would imagine. And ladies and gentlemen, this is now the ratioed build for red science blocks, cubes. And all I need to do is take this one, bring it up 1 level, and drag it all the way back to our facility. And that's going to be a long way down here. So that's not something we want to do. I'll just show you when the whole thing is connected, and then we'll be happy about the red cubes built here. And just look at this beautiful setup here. Just absolutely wonderful. Just coming over the curvature of the Earth, and we are getting it all the way in and all the way, and we're just missing a tiny bit up here that connects it all the way up to the last bit, and there. As we do this, we are now ready to initiate our science again. You can see here it is producing, and they're just coming in at a nice rate of 1 per second. It's not much, but it's mine, and I can easily just make it bigger. But the thing is with science in this game, I think that you can easily accrue the science quite easily, and scaling up the science doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. So what are we going to do now? We have now red science and blue science automated. We have a little hub. What we're going to do is we're going to go off to the next planet. That is going to be the next objective. We are going to just go there. So let me prepare my inventory and some of the things that I want to get so we can go to the other planet. And that planet will be the inner one in... Yeah, the inner one will be the one we're going to, and let me just think. Yeah, because we want to get titanium. That's the one we need. We can't really proceed with tech-wise without titanium. I'm just going to let this science run for a bit to cap out a lot of the science, and then we are going to take a look at why we want to go to the next planet, why we want to get titanium, and actually also silicon. So let's prepare inventory, do those kind of things, so we're ready for another journey. And I think we're ready to take off. Let's just have a look at our inventory. We're building a few things through here. What we have is, we have the last bit of, if we look here, no, here. We have a bit of hydrogen fuel rods. The titanium we found here on the planet has been made into titanium fuel rods because titanium fuel rod has fuel chamber region 200%, which is excellent when you're out flying in space. So I would recommend it. This one only has 60. What that means is that when you consume things, then how fast does it recharge? You really want to have this for interplanetary flights. So that's what we're gonna do. We've also brought some normal fuel, and the intention is, I've also brought a lot of foundation. So we want to build some solar panels, some foundations, some mining. We have a lot of inserters, yep, and we have a lot of smelters, and we have some storage facilities, yes. So that should be good. We're just gonna make a big storage facility for titanium. Once we have that, we are simply just gonna leave it there, and then we can come back at a later time and just pick up a full inventory of titanium, because we're gonna need the titanium. Let's look at some of the things that we need titanium for. We've just completed some of this here. Up here we have the high efficient, no, this one. This is the one we got that queued. This is where we really want to get to. So you can look at this one. This is the planetary logistics system, which is analogous to roboports in Factorio, kind of on the same planet. So the hub of the planetary logistics systems. Logistics drones will automatically transport cargo between stations when you set corresponding items for supply and demand. Only enable delivery around its own planet, which is excellent. So we need to build these kind of things, and you can see most of these things here. This one is requiring a lot of titanium. And if we also look at the other thing, this little thing here, that requires some thruster things. And where did we get those thruster things? I think they were all the way down there. There, thruster things here. That does not require any titanium, but we do need some titanium up here. And do we need that for solar sails? This was also really interesting as well. And that one, no, that one. Some of these things, like if this one requires those low density structures, shouldn't the low density structure be a prerequisite for it? Here's the low density structure. It's an oil thing. It's not it's applied superconductor. Oh, okay. So it wasn't a low density structure. Graphene. It is a super. Okay. It doesn't have much energy in it. And don't burn the superconductor. Anyway, let's hit the new planet. High strength crystal. That's also something for titanium that we want to do. So we definitely need a supply of titanium. And we're going to start making the supply, and then once we have enough tech for it, we can go on. So, how are we going to do it? We're simply going to lift off. Wow, that was anticlimactic to say the least. Double tap. And go up here. I'm going to tap this to also get my space navigation and fly up. Whoosh. And it's probably that one, right? And let's make sure that we push forward. And I am now out in space, right? And I'm gonna just go, whoops, out, zoom here. And I have a little dude there. Yeah. And that one, Kappa Sagittarius 1, that's the one we're heading for. So, and where are you? You're there, Kappa Sagittarius 1. Let's go there. So why do we go there? We can also just increase the speed by shift. It's gonna burn a lot of power. Like a lot. There. There, about 500. Look and see how fast we're actually getting things up, back up, and that's because we're using hydrogen fuel. Let's look at this planet here. That one, it has lots of titanium, 14 million. It also has some silicon, about 1 million, not much. And we don't want to overshoot it. It's 6.4 AUs out, so we're just gonna head over there and then. Alright, we are approaching the planet and gonna smash into it with 700 meters per second. Smash! That was weird. And I'm gonna just look at this beautiful planet full of lava, and it has a lot of things that we need anyway. And I'm just gonna rotate it so we know the North Pole. We're also gonna start by tapping the North Pole, and then we're gonna find a good titanium vein. There's a titanium vein here, but it's kind of surrounded by all of that. There's a titanium vein there. That's probably the one we want. And we want to go to the North Pole. So let's orient ourselves towards the North Pole. Yeah, how do we find the North Pole in this? Is that North Pole? Kind of. That's more North Pole. And let me see. There. Okay, so across the river. That one. And I think this might be very close to the North Pole. I think the best way to do it is just to start building something. Ah, there we go. I found the North Pole. Alright, so how are we going to do this? I am starting by doing... That's so cool. I love the way they've done the pole thing. There. So now we can find it at least. So I'm going to start by making some solar panels around this level here. And I'm going to build it. We can either build it in here, but I actually want to just not tap this. So maybe this is probably the best location for building it. And what I'm going to do is just build a circumference. And then I'm going to set some solar panels. So be right back. Alright, so now we have built all the way around just a concrete ring, which makes it look really funny. Death Star engaged. Alright, we can at least find the North Pole, and then we're going to use some of our solar panels. Hopefully we have enough, and I will start not on this meridian, but close to it. Let's do that one. And it could just be 2 of these. So let's build this. So the reason why I'm doing this is, and also kind of at this location, is if I go out here, and I'm going to look at, now it's rotating the North Pole, the orbital inclination is the, no, that's not it. It's the planet actual inclination is 18 degrees towards the sun. What that means is that the top part here, the ones I've highlighted, should always be in the sun. That's basically like the polar circle in the summer, so that's how we are going to do. We're going to do this. I am just going to tap this all the way around, and once that's done, we should have some power on this planet that will be perpetual instead of just being only on when the sun is shining, because it will always be shining up here. And we're now all the way around the planet, and here we are, and as expected, it'll not exactly fit. But look at that, every single one is in the sun, because we can now see, all these can see the sun. And I could actually make another round outside. That is beautiful, right? That is absolutely amazing. I love that. Love it. Yeah, so the next thing we wanted to find was, where do we have that titanium vein? We found one titanium vein somewhere not too close with 20 piles. That's the bigger one, but that's the one that's on top of something else. So where is it? Where might you be? That one. Alright, so that's the one we want to go to. So let's build some power poles to get to that location. And let's go down by this prime meridian here. Well, I don't know if it's actually the prime meridian, it's just a meridian. Because I think there's actually more of those there. And we are close to our titanium location. There. Oh, by the way, I should probably not burn this. I should probably burn that one. Because that's, I'm gonna need that for my return trip. I don't need it, but you know, it's probably not great if I do. So, what can we do with this titanium? Well, the first thing we're gonna do is just slap down some concrete underneath it, so we get some firm ground and we get some soil piles. We're not getting much in terms of soil piles from this, 300 for each. But it's still okay. I am going to see how many we can get here. I think we can get, if we are putting in a bit of effort, we can probably get 8 in this location. And if we can put 8 miners on this, then I can get 4 full lanes out. I mean, I'm still talking about tier 1 builds here. So that one. So let's see if we can get 8 miners here, each with 6 veins tagged onto this one. Alright, that took a bit of effort to get it in here, but they are all now 6 or more, and that means we can pair them up 2 by 2 and then get some more out here. So what I want to do is just Yeah, I just want to go in one direction. Let's go this way. So what if I take these two, these two, these two? Yeah. Let's try and tack these as appropriately as we can. That one will go here. That one. Three F1. No? 3 F1. And oh, Super Matrix. You have unlocked the structure matrix. One of the 5 source codes to keep the center brain simulating. Uploading the structure matrix to the center brain will give you a clearer understanding of the material structure. Excellent. That is basically the next tech level. So while I'm doing this, I could just fast forward it, but I could also use this opportunity to remind you that I am going to do a lot of the Dyson Sphere Program content here on the channel, and if you are new to the channel, then consider subscribing for more content of this type, both on Factorio, Satisfactory, Oxygen Not Included, and of course right now it's all about Dyson Sphere Program. And yeah, I'm also streaming on Twitch. If you want to check out my live streams, that's over on Twitch TV/Nilaus. And we are now ready to get to the next build. This build here. Yeah. So let's stamp some concrete down here and let's just build a giant structure for this one. Well, it's not going to be giant, but it's just going to be, nice. There. So we're going to look at the titanium smelting because I now have 4 full lanes in. I know it's only Mark 1 belts, but it is what it is. It is what we have. I'm going to look at the process for titanium. That's just 2 in 2 seconds. So we're going to go here. And that's going to be like 1, 2. Okay, maybe I'll just did the first one actually set so that it remembers it. That'll make it easier when I do the copy pasting. And I'm going to get that one outbound. Yep. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. That's needed to take 1 lane. It takes 1 per second. And I'm going to take the other lane. It's going to be a very neat structure. And on the other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the one in the middle. Outbound. And that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good thing I remembered to bring a lot of stuff to this planet. Alright, so this one is basically just firing up what we've already done before. So let's get this sorted, and then we can take a look at the last bits here. Solar sail orbit system, just researched. That is an interesting one, and it's something that you can basically shoot solar panels to be floating around the sun. It's super awesome. It's just a lot of resources you spend on this, and maybe not really something you want to do at this tech level, but it's an absolutely amazing idea to be implemented. So yeah, I like that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna do it right now, because as cool as it is, then it doesn't really make sense for us to do it right now. I know I'm boring in that regard. Maybe we should do the cool things, no matter if they're effective, but you know, not how we do things around here. We want to be building effective designs, and let's see, does the work? The whole thing is working, and now I kind of forgot the last bit, and it's the storage part, but things are working. It's not as impressive as Factorio in this case with how these are stacked up. And I'm just gonna build it like this. Yeah, I can stack up to 4 now. Yeah, stack up to 4. Let's do it. That's not the correct one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know, I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just gonna make a giant storage for titanium, because I'm probably gonna be going back and then not coming back to this location for a while. So if I want to make sure that this one is actually doing something, then it would be nice if I could just make sure that it'll continue to go for a long time, because no matter what, probably next time I come back it will be full, no matter how much I build storage. So let's build all of this as our storage, and that should really be getting us a nice big fat storage of titanium for when... No, that's like the wrong way. for when we are ready to actually come back and grab it. We are of course going to grab some of it, and there we go. That is our storage facility for concrete, and I'm going to get just some concrete below it. No, it's not concrete, titanium of course. And we're going to build this one underneath so that it's nice and structured. We can't build on lava, that's, well, we can, but this just doesn't look good. Also that one, let's get that one as well. Looking good. And over on the other side we also have it, and then it is time. I don't think we can do more on this this build. This is absolutely awesome. I love this part. Why do we have so much on the grid? Oh, it's because we're in construction mode. There we go. We have now a new planet has been conquered. We have a titanium facility. We have red circuits. We have a nice little hub that we can work. What we're going to do next is, in the next episode, is we are going to work on the intraplanetary logistics system, see how that works. So I hope you want to join for that one. There will be 3 episodes a week of this Let's Play for as long as there is an interest. So if you like it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Share it with anyone who might want to watch an effective and efficient, yet not a fast playthrough of this amazing game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next episode. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.